Would everyone please rise as our staff and visiting dignitaries lead our graduation processional? Ladies and gentlemen, our community's finest, your graduating class of 2025. Graduates and guests, please be seated.
Welcome to the 2025 Mission Secondary School Commencement Ceremony. I am Jeevan Dhaliwal.
And I am Erin Koski, and we are honored to be your hosts this evening. We have a couple of quick reminders. To keep background noise to a minimum, we ask that if you need to leave your seat, please do so quietly. As well, please make sure cell phones are on silent. Thank you.
We would now like to ask Mr. Johnny Williams to join us at the podium to acknowledge the territory and share the welcome song. Would you all please rise?
Siyam natwalmach siyam nasiyaya. Haid squaloin quanas ilam nala, stayis just to squaloin de salchwin. Haid tab kahiuna matanaquel. Entepe quachan tanitstanach scowlets. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge and thank Samath and Mathaqui, whose traditional territory we are currently sitting in, for allowing us to come and gather to celebrate our youth today. The song I'm going to sing is a bit of a combination song for celebrating, to celebrate our youth that have come so far. You know, it's a very, very big step. In our ways, days like today were always celebrated. And a lot of times more than once, because families would have to travel. And I'll be honest, I've never actually stood in front of such a large group of graduates in my life. So I came from a small school. I think there was 9 of us, so this is cool. Oh,
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
At this time, we'd like to ask Jada Goulding and Haley Lobos to lead us in the singing of O Canada. Jada, Haley. They're coming.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Well done.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice Principal Lillian Harrington for some opening remarks. Ms. Harrington.
Welcome. Before I officially start, I'd like to do a couple sidebars. If you happen to have received a program that was a little more interactive than intended, we apologize. We may have had a little bit of some printer challenges. Also, just a side thing, is we'd like to thank the Abbey Event Center and the Abbey Canucks for sharing our colors. Graduates, family, friends, colleagues, and honored guests. My name is Lillian Harrington, and I have the distinct privilege of serving alongside Jim Pierce and my fellow vice principals, Melanie Kartik and Suzette Isbicki, at Ecole Mission Senior Secondary. Today, I'm honored to formally welcome several distinguished guests. We are grateful to have with us Tracy Loeffler and our dedicated school district trustees, as well as Superintendent Angus Willison, Carolyn Schmore, Assistant Superintendent, Tom Newen, Director of Student Services. I'd also like to welcome all senior administration. I'd like to thank City Council members for joining, Johnny Williams and the elders. Your commitment to education and unwavering support to our students and staff is deeply appreciated. A sincere thank you also goes to the generous award presenters whose scholarships have provided over $1 million in financial support, empowering our students as they embark on the next chapter of their academic journey. This remarkable generosity makes a profound difference in shaping the future of our mission graduates, and we thank you. No one achieves success alone. Today, as we gather on this beautiful land, we honor not only the dedication of our graduates, but also the countless hands, family, friends, teachers, coaches, counselors, mentors that have supported and guided them along the way. It is through this shared commitment and care that our students are ready to step confidently into the world. Finally, to our graduates, this day is yours. As we celebrate your achievements, I invite you to recognize the dedication and perseverance that has brought you here. Please reflect on all those who have helped you reach this milestone. Take a moment to express gratitude to those who encouraged you, supported you, and invested in your growth, especially during those challenging times. And remember, education is the key that unlocks the door to your fullest potential and the bridge that connects your dreams to reality. We are incredibly proud of you. Congratulations and well done, class of 2025. Thank you, Ms. Harrington. And now to say a few words on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we would like to introduce our board chairperson, Ms. Tracy Loeffler.
I just got a lot of steps. My name is Tracy Loeffler, and I'm the chair of the Board of Education and Mission, and it really is an honor to be here tonight sharing in this event with you. And I'd like to acknowledge our other trustees. We've got our Vice Chair, Linda Hamill, Trustee Josh Baines, Trustee Shelley Carter, and Trustee Randy Cairns. And we're very fortunate in Mission to have a Board of Education that is really truly dedicated to doing what's in the best interest of students. And I have to tell you that I have been to a lot of graduations. I've been a trustee for a long time, and it never, ever gets old. Every single grad I come to, seeing the pride on the families' faces, and the hooting, and the hollering, and the cheering, it never gets old. And seeing the faces of our young people, this is why trustees do this work, is to get you here and set you up for success. So being here is a real reward. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our staff and community members for their contributions to our achievements this year. Each and every one of you makes a difference in the lives of our students, and we couldn't do this without you. So thank you. Graduates, today is the day we celebrate you and all that you have achieved. Look around. This moment is a testament to years of dedication, perseverance, and growth. And as you embark on this next phase of your journey, I'd like to remind you of the powerful identity that you hold, that of Roadrunner Nation. This isn't just a mascot, it's a symbol of who you are and what you've learned. Think of the Roadrunner, swift, agile, and incredibly resistant. And of course, for those of us of a certain generation, we know that the Roadrunner always outsmarted Wile E. Coyote. Roadrunners adapt to their surroundings, they are determined in their pursuit, and they always move forward, often with incredible speed and focus. Graduates, you are the heart of Roadrunner Nation, and throughout your time at MSS, you've embodied the core values that define your spirit. You've respected the individuality of others, embracing diversity, and fostering an inclusive environment. You've shown it by respecting the environment of your school, making MSS a great place to learn. You've shown sound judgment by thinking before you act and in consistently creating an accepting and welcoming school environment for everyone. You've taken pride in your school, contributing to its vibrant culture, and you've proven your commitment by valuing and making the most of your education, pushing yourselves to learn and grow. And most importantly, you've strived to be true to yourselves and others. And these aren't just words on a wall, they are the values that you've lived in your time at MSS and the foundation upon which you've built your success. They also provide a compass that can guide you into your future. Whether your path leads to further education, a new career, or exploring the world, be bold, be brave. Remember the lessons you've learned and stay true to the values you've established within Roadrunner Nation. We are so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. We know that for some of you, it's a really hard slug to get here. Families, parents, everyone that's been a part of this, we are so incredibly proud of you. And on behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Loeffler. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Angus Wilson. Angus?
It is a lot of steps. If I've got the wrong speech, it's going to be about the countries of origin of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which was Friday, so hopefully I got the right speech. Okay, it's the right speech. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the honor of being able to speak today. I want to begin by giving greetings from the entirety of Mission Public Schools, School District 75 Mission. And I would like to acknowledge everyone that has helped along the way to bring all the graduates to this point. Family, community members, and teachers, not just all the fantastic staff at MSS, but of course going back to kindergarten and so on. And thank you to Lillian Harrington for stealing that part of my speech. And also a special thank you to Kevin Gill for telling me that parking was free. It's true. When I was where you are, graduates, the world ended. And no, I'm not kidding. The world had been more or less the same since 1945, and then, in a few short months, it all changed. The Berlin Wall fell, communist Eastern Europe withered away, the Exxon Valdez oil spill spurred the environmental movement, the World Wide Web structural design was established, the first GPS satellite was launched, and, it bears mentioning, Taylor Swift was born. In short, the Cold War and its culture was swept away. It was a crazy, exciting, and terrifying and uncertain time. A year later, an American political scientist, Francis Fukuyama, suggested it was the end of history. And then, this January, you could feel the ground under our feet shift once again. 35 or 40 years of stability and predictability washed away in just a few months, just as you're leaving high school. It can feel like reality is fading away. How can you deal with this uncertainty, this fear of a new world, and your place in it? How do you protect yourself and those you love when what you have known has simply been washed away? Magic. You need to arm yourself with magic to do battle with foes and adversaries seen and unseen. Now, when I say magic, I don't mean mighty longswords drawn from a stone in Celtic Britain, or 12d6 fireballs cast by angry wizards, or Sith lightning fired by a vengeful galactic emperor, or even a ball that Mario has to touch to complete a level. I mean, I'm not saying that a magic sword or lightning bolt couldn't be handy in certain situations. I'm thinking of getting your driver's license, for example. It would be a different experience. But the kind of magic that allows you to carry on. In video game terms, it is both the mana and the health potion. Ralph Waldo Emerson once asked what we would do if the stars only came out once every 1,000 years. No one would sleep that night, of course. Instead, the stars come out every night and we go on TikTok. Magic is all around us. Yes, that you happen to be alive on this tiny watery rock in an infinite universe is magic, but magic is often smaller too, but just as powerful. It's magic when you play Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody in a car and everyone sings along. Thunderbolts and lightning. See, we're in a stadium, it's all good. It's magic when McDavid scored that goal in overtime against the United States. Yeah. It's magic when a little kid that you helped gives you a hug. It's magic when that special someone looks you in the eye. It's magic when you observe a ceremony and cedar boughs transform students into adults. It's magic when you walk barefoot on the grass. It's even magic when you bite down on a BLT that's got just the right of mayo and pepper in it. It's perfect. Even better, you are a wizard, a Jedi, a superhero, and you too can actually create magic. As you leave MSS and the secondary school world behind you, you create magic as you start a business, help a neighbor mow their lawn, learn new things at university, show kindness to a stranger, or tell someone to experience walking on the grass barefoot. So, as you head off into that scary and uncertain world out there, remember to reach out to those gifting you with the magic, your family, your teachers, your community, and your cosmos. In turn, be sure to cast your own spells and share a little of that magic back with the rest of us as you do your bit to make sure that no matter what comes next, we will protect each other with magic. Grads of 2025, abracadabra and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Now please welcome our principal, Mr. Jim Pierce.
Good evening. It's an honor to be in front of you all tonight. I think 3,000 strong, plus over close to 400 graduates. There are moments in the school year when you realize just how lucky you are. And that's me. I am surrounded by over 400 grade 12s, 1,400 students, 160 staff, all moving in the right direction to make success for kids come alive. And I don't go a day without recognizing that. However, I'm not sure I do a really good job of recognizing that every day. And I am the luckiest man on earth. I'd like to talk about 3 people that change my life every day as I walk through the halls. And that's my vice principals. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been doing this job for a long time. So I've had some amazing vice principals that I've worked with. 2 are actually district staff now. And all bring a unique set of skills to the job, and many of them have gone on to do wonderful things. My team, Suzette, Melanie, and Lillian, are Mission Secondary's very own version of the Avengers. If the Avengers had to manage timetables, evacuate a building during a fire drill, and advocate fiercely for inclusive education, it would be these 3 individuals. Let's begin with Suzette. Suzette is the heart of our health and safety systems, and over the last few years, they've become very, very complex. She is also the queen of building strong staff and student relationships. Whether it's students, staff, or even the good-looking fire marshal, Suzette has a unique gift. People trust her. She listens, she connects, and she follows up, usually before you've even remembered you had a problem. She's the reason our drills run like clockwork, even when half the students and staff are pretending they didn't hear the bell. And she's the reason so many students feel truly seen. Behind her calm demeanor is a relentless commitment to making our school safe, welcoming, and deeply human. Just do not get on the wrong side of a fiery Suzette, or you will face accountability. Then there's Melanie. Melanie is our caretaker of both people and the timetable. 2 things that can unravel faster than a cheap sweater in a wrestling match. She somehow balances both. Melanie builds relationships that run deep with students, with staff, and with that one photocopier that only seems to jam during report card season. She managed scheduling like she's playing 4-dimensional chess in Glenn Grant's room, except the pieces move on their own and change shape hourly. And through it all, she remains grounded, empathetic, and somehow still insane. And then there's Lillian. Lillian is our voice for inclusive education and our champion for every learner who ever needed to fight for them. She doesn't just support our diverse learners, she leads for them. She asks the tough questions, challenges the status quo, and always puts kids first. If you're looking for someone who will push the system to be better, smarter, kinder, Lillian is your person. She brings integrity, strategy, and deep sense of equity into everything she does. She doesn't just believe every student can succeed, she makes sure the path exists for them to get there. So let me say from the bottom of my heart, Mission Secondary would not be the same without this team. Suzette, Melanie, and Lillian, your leadership is felt in every hallway, every classroom, every safe place, and for every student who finally feels like they belong. You each bring something unique, and together you make this place stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. You just don't do your jobs, you elevate the entire school community by being in it. Please join me in giving a huge, loud, felt round of applause to 3 women who lead with courage, kindness, compassion every day they step into the building. Please come forward for a token of my appreciation. All right, back to regular programming. What an incredible moment this is. Mission Senior Secondary, class of 2025. You've made it. Today you are celebrating your hard work, your late night study sessions, your on-the-field victories, your musical performances, and yes, even those moments when you thought you couldn't do it anymore. But you showed up anyway. I must say this year has been an incredible journey in realizing all this class had to offer. We've been blessed with outstanding students, an amazing staff, a parent group that is thoughtful, supportive, and understanding. We have navigated the last year of high school for our grade 12 students with a district staff and trustees who put trust in us to provide the best learning environment for our students. For me, as principal of this dynamic place, I'm always tasked with how we got here and the reflection of the year. Sometimes I'm asked to provide some advice and thoughts about the year, and I hope that I can do that tonight. I want to start with a simple truth from an author, Mel Robbins. Maybe you've heard of her. She says life does not wait for motivation to show up. Instead, she teaches us about the 5-second rule. When you want to give up, you count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you act. Why? Because action beats hesitation every time. And I've seen this grad class take action the entire year, from our ice bucket challenge, which was cold, really cold, to a relay for life, and all the athletics and fine arts productions. This class just didn't disappoint. And then there's David Goggins, a man who redefines what it means to push beyond limits. If you do not know him, he's a former Navy SEAL who ran ultramarathons with broken legs at times, just to prove that our biggest barriers are the ones that we create in our minds. This grad class took down those barriers throughout the year with all the culture activities and pursuit in excellence in all academics. The passion this class exhibited in the extra and co-curricular activities, this class was extremely busy. Now you might be thinking, that's cool and all, but I'm just trying to get through math finals, psychology debates, English paper, or whatever else those mad scientists are throwing at me. Well, guess what? The spirit of Mel Robbins and David Goggins lives right here in Mission Senior Secondary. Over the past few years, you've transformed this school in remarkable ways. Academically, our scores have soared, not because we suddenly geniuses overnight, but because you showed up. You pushed past the I can't and chose I will do it. You did not wait for perfect conditions. You acted, you asked for help, you challenged yourself, you came in for extra help from all the teachers that stayed after school. You put yourself into homework club, not that you had to, but you chose to. But academics are just part of the story. The culture here has continued to expand. Mission is just not a school, it's a community, a place where kindness is louder than gossip, where support beats competition, and where every voice matters. And that change is because you embraced it. You modeled it, and you kept showing up to build something better. And let's not forget all the extracurricular activities, the clubs, sports teams, arts, volunteer groups. These aren't just extras, they are the heartbeats of your high school experience. They have made Mission vibrant, inclusive, and alive. You've juggled practices, rehearsals, meetings, and yes, homework, proving that you can wear many hats and keep your sanity, and sometimes barely. But hey, that's part of the fun. So what's next? Well, here are a few rules that you need to consider as you move on. Life is not fair. Please get used to it. The world did not care about your self-esteem. The world will expect you to accomplish something before you feel good about yourself. If you think your teacher was tough, wait until you get a boss. You will not make $90,000 right out of high school. You will not be vice president with your fancy car until you learn both. Before you were born, your parents were not as boring as they are now. They got that way from paying your bills, cleaning your clothes, and listening to talk about how cool you are. So before you save the rainforest from the parasites of your parents' generation, try cleaning the closet in your own room. Life is not... Yeah, I had 2 of those too. Life is not divided into semesters. You do not get summers off, sorry, and very few employers are interested in finding yourself. You need to do that on your own time. Television is not real life, like Seinfeld says it is. In real life, people must leave the coffee shop and go do a job. So there you have it. Life will move faster than you can imagine, but what is important is that you remember the advice from people that have taught you the past 3 years and beware of the rules. And as you step into the future, whether it's university, college, work, or adventures yet unknown, remember this: you do have the tools to keep moving forward. When motivation dips, just like Mel Robbins says, you have the mindset to push through the pain, the doubt, and the fear, just like David Goggins shows us. And never forget the power of your community. Just like Mission Senior Secondary has transformed you all, the people that surround you will shape your future. Be careful of who you choose and who you choose to lift each other up. If you think life after high school is all sunshine and no homework, well, so let's just say your Netflix binge schedule might need some serious adjustment. But jokes aside, the real reward is that you're prepared. You have learned not just the facts and formulas, but resilience, kindness, and teamwork. You've learned to start before you feel ready, to embrace challenges, and to celebrate the small wins along the way. Mission Senior Secondary Class of 2005, you're ready to run your race, your own unique, powerful, sometimes messy race. And I can't wait to see how far you will go. And remember, start before you're ready, push beyond your limits, and keep building a community wherever you land. On behalf of Mission Senior Secondary staff, congratulations and all the best in the next chapter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. This year's valedictorian was selected from a list of incredible candidates. She excels in both academics and leadership and is also an outstanding citizen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your MSS 2025 valedictorian, Victoria Selesnik.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, staff, principals, friends, and fellow graduates. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Victoria Zelesnik, and I'm honored to be your valedictorian today. Firstly, I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are graduating today on the unceded and ancestral and shared territories of the Stalo people, as well as the Lacamel, Samath, Squantlin, Squalets, Mathaqui, and Katsi peoples. While delaying writing the speech, I stumbled upon an interesting fact. Jellyfish have no heart and no brain, and therefore no way to experience ambition or passion. At first, it seemed to me as though their lives must be peaceful and content. No panic, no stress, just floating along aimlessly through the ocean. But then I realized the reason why each of us made it here today is because we've steered clear from precisely that. As much as a life without worries is appealing, jellyfish only live to survive. They merely exist. And if these last few years have taught us anything, is that we're not here to simply exist. As we assemble here today, I'm sure we're all wondering how on earth we got here so fast. Our minds are whirling with questions like, what lies ahead? Will we ever see each other again? And in the back of our minds, is there still a chance we're going to get a grad cruise? Despite the uncharted territories that we're about to enter, we mustn't forget the tremendous amount of unique experiences we've undergone together over these last 3 years. We made it here today, not only due to our hard work and perseverance, but also due to the wonderful generosity from the community. Thank you to all the teachers and staff for pushing us to go further, and to our parents and guardians for encouraging us to follow our passions and for guiding us. Thank you to the community for supporting us and putting up with our wild ideas. Thank you to all the friends made along the way, to the unforgettable experiences, the good, the bad, and the crazy. Thank you for all the moments where we thought we were infallible, and for the ones where we thought it was the end, to everything that has led us till now. We headed into grade 10, looking forward to a movie-like high school experience. Instead, we were met with the hard reality of needing to sprint across the school to use the only working washrooms, as most were out of commission for one reason or another. In grade 11, we started to feel much more comfortable in our classes, befriending our teachers, bonding over our sudden hatred for skinny jeans, and attending Cineplex Taylor Swift concerts. Every day, we look forward to seeing Mr. Pierce's bright suits, listening to Mr. Belaka's motivational speeches, and watching Mr. McCrimmon use his chalkboard. At the beginning of grade 12, we were excited to be the oldest, aka the wisest of the school, eagerly awaiting for the best time of our lives to start. As the year progressed, the workload got heavier, the senioritis got stronger, and the caffeine intake increased. Red Bulls and YouTube became our best friends during late-night study sessions. We crammed our brains with English, math, and science classes, leaving just enough room to invent and memorize an extraneous amount of online brain rot. Big or small, we definitely left our mark on MSS, and now we are finally here, the final step in our journey as high school students. Although we leave before the new high school our older siblings were promised is built, when they tear this place apart, I'm sure a piece of us will always remain with it, as it was never about the building itself, but about the relationships and memories that made this place what it is. If there's one thing from science class that everyone can recall, is that energy is neither created nor destroyed. Something always comes from something else. The only power we have over energy is deciding where we want to direct it, which means energy is at our disposal. As John Green once said, we never need be hopeless because we can never be irritably broken. We think we are invincible because we all. Like all energy, we can only change shapes and sizes and manifestations. Our efforts haven't just drifted around like jellyfish. The energy we put into our work has shaped us into who we are today. It's easy to float along, letting the current decide your path, but we have proven we are built for more. Together, we have already raised thousands of dollars for Relay for Life and contributed to countless projects in the community. Our class has received over 100 university acceptances, collected over tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships, and received countless awards for both athletics and academics. We have proven that we have the heart to care, the brains to think, and the courage and adrenaline to chase after bold ambitions. And now we have the opportunity to right all the wrongs currently being done in the world. We have given our energy and spirit into achieving our accomplishments thus far, so why should we stop now? Our time together as high school students has come to an end. As Thomas Edison said, "It's very beautiful over there." I do not know where there is or what lies ahead in the future, but I do believe it's beautiful for all of us if we choose to believe it will be. Thank you and merci to everyone for the past 13 years, and congrats to us, the class of 2025.
Victoria, hold up a second.
Thank you, Victoria. And now, Ms. Suzette Isbicki will present the Governor General's Award for 2024.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Suzette Isbicki, and I also have the privilege of serving as one of the vice principals here at Mission Senior Secondary. This evening, I'm honored to present the Governor General's Academic Medal, an award that recognizes the highest level of academic achievement among graduating students across Canada. Established in 1873 by Lord Dufferin, Canada's third Governor General, this prestigious medal is awarded to the student who has attained the highest academic standing at their school. It represents not only an exceptional intellect, but also perseverance, discipline, and a deep commitment to excellence. This year, we are proud to recognize a graduate from the class of 2024 whose remarkable accomplishments exemplify these very qualities. This student excelled across a wide range of subjects with unwavering focus and integrity. Her academic success is the result of years of consistent effort, curiosity, and resilience. qualities that have also earned her over $263,000 in scholarships, including the prestigious Schulich Award. What makes this recognition even more meaningful is that it honors not just high marks, but the kind of quiet leadership and passion for learning that inspires those around her. She represents the very best of what Mission Secondary hopes to cultivate in all of our students. It is with great pride that I present the Governor General's Academic Medal to this year's recipient, Emily McKinnon.
We would like to acknowledge all our scholarship benefactors. Thank you for financially supporting our graduates in their post-secondary endeavors. We'd like to ask all our scholarship benefactors in attendance to please stand so we can acknowledge and thank you for not only supporting our grads financially, but also for taking the time out of your busy schedules to attend today's ceremony. Benefactors, could you please stand? Thank you. What we'd like to do is take some time and acknowledge all of the organizations that have pledged and supported our graduates this year.
We would like to thank the following organizations: Aaron Munt Scholarship, Adair Family Fund, Albert McMahon Elementary PAC, All Saints Anglican Church Bursary, Annette Fitch Memorial Fund, Arizona State University, Catholic Women's League Marian Howen Bursary, BCCWITT, BC Hydropower Pioneers Community Service, BC Winter Games, BCSSA Scholarship, Barbara Hepstenstall Bursary, Beatty Luminaries, Blanche McDonald, Briarcrest Entrance Scholarship, the Cairns Family, Kalnick Family Fund, Carly Ray Jepson Fund, Carol J. Billinger, Cherry Hill Elementary PAC, Christine Morrison Elementary PAC, Circle of Wisdom Society, Clemo Scholarship Fund, Clint Lob Fund, College of Southern Idaho.
And the list continues. QP Local 593, QP Local 1267, Davy Sand and Gravel, Debbie Matson Memorial Fund, DeRoche Elementary PAC, Dewdney Elementary PAC, Dirk Boswick Memorial Fund, District Authority Scholarships, ESR Elementary PAC, Ellis Family Fund, Elsie Dale Bursary, E.O. Stevens, Fenmo Boswick Fund, Finch Memorial, Fraser Valley Realtors Charitable Foundation, Jean Haas Scholarship Award, Hannah Dodd Memorial Fund, Harris Family Fund, Harry Gill Real Estate, Hillside Traditional Academy PAC, Hollister Science and Technology, Horatio Alger Award, Jack Cannon Memorial Fund, Jack and Mary Brown Fund, Jack Hepsnall Bursary, James Slusarak Memorial Bursary.
Job's Daughter Foundation, John and B.P. Pearson Fund, Kelly Sandoval, King's University, Lethbridge Polytechnic, Masons of BC and Yukon, Marco Corbin Scholarship Fund, Margaret Erskine Bursary Fund, Mission Community Foundation and benefactors, Mission Elks, Mission Golf and Country Club, Mission Healthcare Auxiliary Fund, Mission Optimist Club, Mission's Principals and Vice Principals Association, Mission Regional Chamber of Commerce, Mission Retired Teachers Association, Mission Soccer Club, Mission Teachers Union, MSS Evan John Jones Memorial Scholarship, MSS Musical Theater Scholarship, Nerd Award, Northwestern Polytechnic.
And finally, the Overlanders Award, Panago Pizza Scholarship, Paula Schmiller Memorial Fund, Phil Cooper Woodworker Award, Positive Change in Health and Psychological Services Scholarship, Robin and Fran Sorrell Fund, Rocky Family Fund, Ross Allen Memorial Fund, Sasquatch Alliance, Skullet's Leadership Award, Swalsa West, Skillcorn Meloncheck Fund, Trinity Western University, Trinity Valley Community College, University of the Fraser Valley, University of Houston, University of Liège, University of Montreal, University of Ottawa, and University of Victoria.
Miss Alexandra Thompson, our career advisor in charge of scholarships and bursaries, along with the MSS Scholarship Committee, has put in many hours supporting our students. This year, Mission Secondary grads were awarded just over $1 million in scholarships and bursaries. Congratulations, we are so proud of all of you and your hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at the main event, a literal rite of passage, the presentation of diplomas. As each graduate crosses the stage, you'll have an opportunity to capture the moment as they shake Mr. Pierce's hand. Additionally, scholarships and bursaries will be announced, subsequently presented at the foot of the stage after the graduate has crossed. We ask that you not come down to take pictures, but remain in your seats. We have a professional photographer taking pictures, and graduates will get that picture in their report cards. We also ask that you hold your applause until all the graduates have crossed. Alexandra Alton. Alexandra is the winner of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, the Kelly Sandall Memorial Fund for $1,000, and the Adair Family Fund for $400.
Gibson Abramick.
Inigo Ennard.
Mohammed Al-Dugam.
Aisha Al Shebli.
Yusuf Al-Yusuf. Yusuf is the recipient of the Most Improved Graduate Award.
Maya Albinson.
Hunter Carey.
Kelsey Mooney.
Seth Albrecht.
Sean Allison.
Juncio Brian On. Brian is the recipient of the President's Scholarship and International Student Entrance Scholarship to the University of Waterloo, valued at $12,000. He's also the recipient of an Engineering International Student Scholar Award from McMaster University, valued at $10,000. He is also the recipient of an International Scholar Award for the University of Toronto, valued $15,000. Also an Arts and Science International Undergraduate Entrance Award for the University of Toronto, worth $10,000.
Bryce Anderson.
Reagan Anderson. Reagan is the recipient of the Jack Hepsenstall Bursary, valued at $1,600.
Sophie Anderson.
Lady Apostle.
Inderveer Kang.
Jaden Armstrong. Jaden is the recipient of the Barbara Hepsenstall Bursary, worth $1,600, and a Sawal Sewest Bursary, worth $1,000.
Harrison Atkinson.
Jasmine Olick. Jasmine is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship, worth $1,250, the Hannah Dodd Memorial Scholarship Fund, worth $1,750, and the Hillside Traditional Academy PAC, worth $500.
Max Ailes. Max is a recipient of the William and Edith Hepsnell Bursary, worth $1,600.
Gerline Badesha.
Ravneet Boniwal. Ravneet is the recipient of the William and Edith Hepsnell bursary worth $1,750.
Phaedra Bain. Phaedra is graduating from French immersion with dual English-French diplomas.
Kian Blackson.
Paul Barbu.
Dominic Goldsworthy.
Miles Barker. Miles is graduating from French immersion with dual English-French diplomas. He's also the recipient of the Vic and Hilda Hollister Fund worth $1,750, the Aaron Munt Scholarship worth $1,000, Indigenous Engineering and Computer Science Entrance Scholarship for the University of Victoria worth $4,000, another entrance scholarship for the University of Victoria worth $2,500.
Hennessy Batrick.
Chloe Bazinet. Chloe is graduating from French immersion with dual English-French diplomas. Chloe is also the recipient of the Barbara Hepton-Stall bursary worth $2,500.
Nathan Becker.
Kaylin Berzan, in absentia.
Emma Burlingoff.
Riley Beveridge Cook.
Tamana Bungu. Tamana is the recipient of the Barbara Hepsnell bursary worth $1,600 and the Mission Optimus bursary worth $1,000.
Abe Bular. Abe is the recipient of the Jack Hepton-Stall bursary worth $2,500.
Abel Biju. Abel is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250 and the Elsie Dale bursary worth $1,600.
Amneet Binner. Amneet is the recipient of the Hollister UFE Science and Tech Scholarship a full ride for 1 year at UFE. Also, the Jack Heptonstall bursary worth $1,000.
Isabella Block. Isabella is graduating from French immersion with a dual English-French diploma. She's also received from the College of Southern Idaho on a cheerleading scholarship worth $40,000 and athletic scholarship for cheer from Trinity Valley Community College in Texas.
Braden Bloy.
Sophie Booth. Sophie is the recipient of the Finch Memorial Fund worth $1,750.
Haley Borkovich.
Allison Boucher. Allison is a recipient of the Circle of Wisdom Society bursary worth $1,600.
Ava Boudreau.
Caden Boyd.
Betty Bradbury.
Braxton Bradley. Braxton is a recipient of the Jack and Mary Brown Fund worth $1,600 and the Jean Haas Scholarship Award worth $1,000.
Amira Brar. Amira is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250 and the William and Edith Heptonstall bursary worth $1,750.
Harveer Brar.
Kavnor Brar. Kavnor is the recipient of the Jack Heptonstall bursary worth $2,500 and the Mission Soccer Club bursary worth $1,000.
Raymond Brar. Raymond is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250 and the Jack and Mary Brown Fund worth $1,600.
Sienna Buchanan. Sienna is graduating from French immersion with dual English-French diplomas. Sienna is also the recipient of a District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250, the Jack Heptonstall bursary worth $1,750, and the Christine Morrison Pack Scholarship worth $500.
Landon Burgess.
Dylan Cahoon.
Audrey Cameron. Audrey is graduating from our Mission Online program.
Ashley Campbell.
Landon Carr.
Lillian Cartwright. Lillian is graduating from the Mission Online program.
Gurmanith Chahal.
Gershon Chima. Gershon is the recipient of the Dirk Boswick Memorial Fund worth $1,750.
Maya Chima. Maya is graduating from French immersion with a dual English-French diploma. She's also a recipient of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250 and the James Slorachek Memorial Scholarship worth $3,000.
Yuki Chen.
Jordan Chenier.
Shaylin Chetwin, in absentia.
Lisa Shizova. Lisa is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250. Vic and Hilda Hollister Fund worth $5,000. The Wayne Douglas McLean Memorial Scholarship worth $1,000. And the Principals and Vice Principals Scholarship worth $1,000.
Tristan Clark.
Ethan Cleese.
Jaden Colosi. Jaden is the recipient of the Jack Cannon Memorial Fund worth $1,400 and the Phil Cooper Woodwork Scholarship worth $750.
Ava Colton.
Jacob Connor.
Jaden Couture.
Kalia Crawford Wall. Kalia is the recipient of the Clemno Scholarship Fund worth $2,500, the Mission Retired Teachers Association worth $1,000, also the recipient of the Most Improved Graduate Award, and the ESR PAC bursary worth $500.
Darian Creed.
Calvin Cruz.
Parker Cunningham.
Victoria Curtis.
Alexander Daddis.
Zoe DeGook.
Tristan Davies in absentia.
Angelica Davison. Angelica is graduating from the Mission Online program.
Caleb DeQuadros.
Lexi DeShooter.
Sarah Deline.
Matab Dollywall. Matab is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250 and the Dirk Boswick Memorial Fund worth $1,750.
Abby Raj Dillon. Abby's the recipient of the Harris Family Fund worth $2,500 and the Hillside Traditional Academy PAC bursary worth $500.
Jaskarat Dinza, in absentia. Jaskarat was the recipient of the William and Edith Heptonstall bursary worth $1,750.
Kamal Dinsa.
Gray Dingley. Gray is the recipient of the Albert McMahon Memorial Fund worth $2,500.
Simone Donner. Simone is a recipient of the District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250, the E.O. Stevens Memorial Scholarship worth $2,500, and she's also the Spirit of the Roadrunner recipient for being the outstanding citizen.
Jovin Dosanjh.
Jack Dugan. Jack is a recipient of the District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250 and the Adair Family Fund worth $1,750.
Isaac Dow. Isaac is graduating from our Mission Online program.
Asher Draper.
Alexi Drager. Alexi is the recipient of the Adair Family Fund worth $1,400.
Natalia Dubrovin. Natalia is graduating from French Immersion with a dual English-French diploma. She's also a recipient of the Mission Healthcare Auxiliary Fund worth $1,750 and the Mission Soccer Club Award for $1,000 and also recipient of the Service Award.
Jacob Duff. Jacob is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250 and the QP 593 bursary worth $500.
Xander Duff.
Eric Eason. Eric is graduating from our Mission Online program.
Mackenzie Eady.
Avienne Enders.
Seth Ferry in absentia.
Shanti Fast. Shanti is the recipient of the Clemo Scholarship Fund worth $1,750.
Kayla Feniak. Kayla is the recipient of the Adair Family Fund worth $1,750.
Briar Fisher.
Eden Fitch. Eden's the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250. The William and Edith Hepsnell Bursary worth $1,750.
Jack Folkers.
Austin Forbes.
Brooklyn Ford Hack. Brooklyn is the recipient of a District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250 and the Carly Ray Jepson Bursary Fund worth $1,750.
Caleb Forrester.
Isaiah Froze.
Freya Frostad.
Katie Fujita. Katie is the recipient of the District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250 and the Clemo Scholarship Fund worth $1,750.
Jared Kashogo.
Jolie Gage. Jolie is the recipient of a District Authority Scholarship worth $1,250 and the Clint Lobb Fund Bursary worth $1,400.
Alexandra Garbutt. Alexandra is graduating from French Immersion with a dual English and French diploma and is also the recipient of the Jack Hepsnell Bursary worth $1,750.
Gavin Garcha.
We'll leave that in the back here. We'll just hold on to it.
Just hold on.
Owen Gartner. Owen is the recipient of the Jack Hepsnell bursary worth $1,600, a grant worth $2,400, the Trinity Western University Dean's Award worth $2,000, the NERD Award worth $1,000, the Windabank PAC Scholarship worth $500, and the District of Mission QP 1267 Local $1,000.
Gianna Jeffroy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now turn it over to Ms. Hall and Ms. Von Dyke to continue with the reading of the names. Ms. Hall, Ms. Von Dyke.
Ava Gibbons from Mission Online.
Dakota Gibson.
Harnoor Gill.
Sukhman Gill.
Ethan Joya Smith.
Bailey Goddard.
Ava Goddard.
Eli Gertson.
Jada Golding.
Tiara Green. Tiara is receiving a legacy scholarship from Blanche McDonald for their global medical aesthetics, valued at $3,000.
Arjun Grewal. Arjun won the Horatio Alger Award for $10,000.
Ashmeen Grewal. Ashmeen is receiving a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, a Hollister UFE Science full ride for 1 year, and the Jack Hepstenstall bursary for $1,000.
Ashmeet Graywall.
Gurveer Graywall.
Paula Guevara Sarate. Paula has received the L.C. Dale bursary for $1,400.
Braden Haig.
Parker Hallecky. Parker has received the Ellis Dale bursary for $1,400.
Lou Halinda in absentia.
James Hall. Oh, in absentia.
Michaela Hansen. Michaela is receiving a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, the Debbie Matson Memorial Fund for $1,500, the Harris Family Fund for $1,000, the Job's Daughter Scholarship for $1,400, the Masons of BC and Yukon for $1,000, the Sasquatch Lions Club bursary for $2,500, and the Mission Elks Club bursary for $500.
Ivan Hanush.
Gordon Harms.
Haley Hennig. Haley is from Mission Online District and has received the Authority $1,250 Sasquatch Lions Club $2,500, the Barbara Heptenstall bursary for $2,500, and the CUPE 593 for $500.
Gershon Hare. Gershon's receiving the Margaret Erskine Bursary Fund for $1,750.
Aubrey Hebert.
Brecca Hunatuk. Brecca is receiving the Klimo Scholarship Fund for $3,000.
Mia Hanutuk. Mia is receiving the William and Edith Heptenstall bursary for $1,750.
Aaron Hodson. Aaron is receiving the E.O. Stevens Fund for $1,750.
Kaylin Holman.
Penny Huang.
Justin Innes.
Envy Ireland.
Adia Irving Roberts. She's receiving a District Authority Scholarship of $1,250, the Margaret Erskine Bursary Fund for $3,000, and CUPE 593 for $500.
Leonid Ivanov. Leonid is from Mission Online. He's graduating from French immersion with a dual English-French diploma. He's also a Schulich Award nominee.
Sarah Jackman.
Gabrielle Jensen.
Rebecca Jans from Mission Online.
Jaskiran Singh Karan is in absentia. He's receiving the Most Improved Graduate Award.
Arden Jenkins.
Zebedee John.
Jacob Johnson.
Cale Johnson.
Just a quick note, can Corbin's parents please come down to the main level? Thank you very much. Alex Joy.
Joanna Kabala.
Michaela Kachuk.
Janisha Kaler. Janisha is receiving a CLEMO scholarship for $1,750.
Amadeus Kane.
Kieran Kelleher, Mission Online.
Avery Kelly in Essentia.
Trinity Kernahan.
Elena Khan.
Ella Koirati. Ella is receiving the Barbara Hepston Stall Bursary for $1,600.
Ella Kickalrich. Ella is receiving the John and B.J. Pearson Fund for $2,500, the Positive Change Health and Psychological Services Scholarship for $500, the Spirit of the Roadrunner Award, and the Outstanding Citizen Award.
Jasmine Kirby.
Olivia Kittles. She's graduating from French Immersion with dual English-French diplomas, and receiving the Kalnick Family Fund for $750, the Mission Chamber of Commerce Fund for $1,000, and the Harry Gill Real Estate Scholarship for $500.
Jacob Klassen.
Michaela Croker. Michaela is receiving the Most Improved Graduate Award.
Jonas Kruger. Jonas is graduating from French Immersion with dual English-French diplomas and also receiving the Christine Morrison Pack Scholarship for $500.
Gurjot Kular.
Arav Kumar. Arav's receiving a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250.
Karsten Kyle.
Andy Kite. Andy is receiving a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, a Fenmo Boswick Music Fund for $1,750, and a Cairns Family Scholarship for $500.
Matthew Lambert. Matthew is receiving the Climo Scholarship Fund for $1,600.
Ethan Lang. Ethan's receiving the Ellis Family Fund for $1,750.
Curtis Lauer, in absentia.
Noah Lawless. Noah is receiving the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, the Jack Hepstenstall Bursary for $1,600, the Harry Gill Real Estate Scholarship for $500, and the Humanitarian Award for the BC Elite Hockey League.
Annika Lawrence. Annika is graduating from French Immersion with dual English-French diplomas. She's also receiving the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, the Annette Fitch Memorial Fund for $1,500, the Jack Heptenstall Bursary for $1,000, the King's University Entrance Scholarship for $5,000, the Brie Crest Entrance Scholarship for $2,700, and the Annette Fitch Memorial Scholarship for $1,500.
Emma Leary.
Haley Lee.
Youngjin Jin Lee.
Eugene Lee.
Kai Lehman.
Alyssa Lee.
Rahan Litter.
Connor Lifford. Connor is receiving the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250 and the Rock Family Pharmacy Fund for $1,750.
Aria Lindemann.
Haley Lobos.
Malia Lorman.
Scarlett Losada. Scarlett is our youngest grad, having completed the requirements for the Dogwood Diploma in only 1 year. Scarlett deserves special recognition for her tenacity, grit, and resolve. Best of luck in your future. She's also receiving the Panago Pizza Scholarship for $750.
Bryce McDonald.
Jared McDonald.
Tyson McKay.
Armandeep Mall.
Gurmandeep Mal.
Chelsea Malabanan. Chelsea has received the Most Improved Graduate Award.
Antonio Maldonado.
Samrit Mahi.
Julian Manago.
Mattia Maris.
Sam Martiz.
Someone's in trouble over there.
Engadvir Marok. Oh, sorry. My apologies. Nash Maris. Nash has received a scholarship for business at ASU for $50,000.
Angadvir Marak.
Cody Martin. Cody is graduating from French Immersion with a dual English-French diploma.
Cadence Martin.
Harris Mazhar.
Jolina Mazoka. Jolina is graduating from the French Immersion program with dual English-French diplomas.
Dylan McDonald in absentia.
Christy McIntyre. Christy's receiving the Elsie Dale bursary for $1,600.
Cohen McKimmon.
Grace McLean. Grace is receiving a UVic entrance scholarship for $3,000.
Sadie Meacher.
Grace Melnick.
Anthony Miro Wardlaw. Anthony is graduating from Mission Online.
Alexis Mills. Alexis is receiving the Climo Scholarship Fund for $1,750.
Danica Moar. Danica is receiving the Silsawes Scholarship for $2,000 and the Anglican Church Scholarship for $1,000.
Mark Moisev.
Savannah Malloy.
Camila Monsalves Nunez in absentia.
Giuliano Montanero has received the Most Improved Graduate Award.
Colton Morin.
Chase Mowat.
Kai Murakami.
Ava Murphy.
Sophia Murphy.
And Shika Narula. And Shika has received the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250 and the Mission Gulf and Country Scholarship for $500.
Dallas Nasse.
Jordan Nasse.
Ruby Nelson. Ruby's receiving the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, the Climo Scholarship Fund for $7,000, the Mission Optimus Bursary for $1,000, and the Virginia Joe Scholarship for $2,500.
Cameron Newberry. Cameron's received the District Authority Scholarship from MSS for $1,250.
Otis Newell.
Kieran Nguyen. Kieran is graduating from the French immersion with dual English-French diplomas. He's receiving the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, the Jack Heptonstall Bursary for $3,000, the Mission Golf and Country Scholarship for $500, Mission Soccer Club for $1,000, and an entrance scholarship to UVIC for $3,000.
Elise Nikolic. Elise is receiving a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, a Jean Haas Foundation Scholarship for $1,000.
For the last third of the alphabet, I'm going to invite Miss Evans and Miss Cutler to come and finish off reading for us.
Okay, where are we at? All right, Teague Norbury. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Madison Nyardi Burge.
Nicholas O'Connor.
Tiana Osh.
Abby O'Hara. Abby is the recipient of a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250.
Joanna Olson.
Oh my God, I got. Oh, here we go. I know. Okay. Jade O'Reilly is graduating from French immersion with a dual English-French diplomas. She is also the recipient of the Schulich Leader Scholarship for the University of Montreal for $100,000. The Schulich Leader Scholarship for the University of Queens for $100,000. A District Authority Scholarship for $1,250. The William and Edith Heppenstall Bursary for $1,750. A UVic Entrance Scholarship for $4,000. University of Ottawa Entrance Scholarship for $6,000. The Annette Fitch French Immersion Award, District Admission QP 1267 for $1,000, and the Principal's Award of Excellence. That was a lot.
Jordan Osberg.
Evan Osen.
Nevea Palmer.
Kyla Patton.
Ella Paxton. Ella is receiving a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250.
Xavier Payne in Accentia.
Kiana Pearson.
Dylan Pedersen. He's graduating from French immersion with a dual English-French diplomas.
Isaiah Peltier.
Hayden Pisonen. She's the recipient of a Vivian Christ Memorial Scholarship for $1,750.
Maggie Peters. Maggie is receiving the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250. William and Edith Hepstenstall Bursary for $1,750, and the Mission Elks Club Bursary for $1,000.
Isabel Plummer. Isabel is the recipient of the Ross Allen Memorial Fund for $1,750 and the West Heights PAC Bursary for $500.
Ashton Poitras.
Chloe Pook.
Daniel Popescu. Daniel is receiving the Carlo J. Billinger Fund for $2,500, the Mission Soccer Club Award for $1,000, QP 593 for $500, Dan Qualijak Tinneman Memorial Scholarship for $1,000.
Cohen Poulin.
Stella Prodwa, Mission Online.
Dayton Rackstraw.
Gianna Reimer. Gianna is receiving the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, a Mission Optimist Bursary for $1,000, the Outstanding Citizen Award, and a Mission Elks Club Bursary for $500.
Emma Resch. Emma is the recipient of a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250.
Ethan Reynolds from Mission Online.
Fatima Rezai. Fatima is a recipient of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250 and the Jack Heppenstall Bursary for $3,000.
Robbie Rhodes.
Astrid Richards. Astrid is the winner of the Marco Corbin Scholarship Fund of $1,600.
No, sorry, I got lost.
I don't think he's here.
Corbin Richter in absentia.
Atto Roper.
Calamity Rubner.
Ethan Sagmoen.
Jasmine Sam.
Ash Sampson.
Nicholas Sampson.
Soraya Samra. Soraya is the recipient of a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250 and the Barbara Heppenstall Bursary for $1,750.
Lachlan Sanford. Lachlan is receiving a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, a Margaret Erskine Bursary Fund for $3,000, BC Winter Games Leadership Award for $1,000, BC Hydropower Pioneers Community Service Award for $500, Academic Excellence Award at University of Houston for $28,000, Mission Golf and Country Club for $500, BCSSA Scholarship for $1,500, Principals and Vice Principals Scholarship for $1,000.
Guntus Sandhu. Guntus has been awarded the Elsie Dale Bursary for $3,000 and the University of Victoria Entrance Scholarship.
Tazib Sandhu.
Era Saunderson.
Colton Scavar.
Emma Schmidt.
Eden Scofell.
Jessica Schouten.
Cameron Schubert.
Emily Schultz. Emily is graduating from the French Immersion Program with dual English and French diplomas.
Aiden Schofield.
Jordan Scott.
Kira Sabella.
Sophia Sabella. Sophia is the recipient of the Silicorn Melonchuck Fund for $1,750.
Abby Sellers. Abby is the recipient of the Adair Family Fund for $1,750.
Juno Sarah.
Pavani Sharma.
Max Shelley.
Taylor Shepard. Taylor is the recipient of the DeRoche Pack Scholarship for $500.
Armand Sadu. Armand is the recipient of the William and Edith Heppenstall Bursary for $1,750. He also is the winner of the Outstanding Citizen Award.
Indra Prabdeep Sidhu, recipient of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, Vic and Hilda Hollister Fund for $1,600, and Trinity Western University Deed Scholarship for $2,000.
Jay Sidhu.
Carson Simmons.
Taylor Sillen.
Emily Simavong.
Gurveer Singh.
Keenan's Magic.
Benjamin Smith.
Gavin Smith.
Wesley Somerville.
Waylon Sonmore Progers.
Casey Soon. Casey is the recipient of a Sawal Suez Scholarship for $1,000.
Ethan St. Croix.
Lachlan Staniforth. Lachlan is the recipient of the William and Edith Heppenstall Bursary for $1,750, Western Hockey League 2-year scholarship valued at approximately $20,000.
Kendra Stebbings.
Piper Steen. Piper is the winner of the District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, Margaret Erskine Bursary Fund for $1,750, Harry Gill Real Estate Scholarship for $500, and the Most Improved Graduate Award.
Savannah Stewart. Alyssa Sunder.
Emily Sutherland.
Tika Swarter. Tika is the recipient of the BD Luminaries Scholarship for $44,000. MSS Musical Theater Scholarship for $200, District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, Climo Scholarship Fund for $1,750, attending UFV for a Bachelor of Integrated Students and then a Bachelor's of Education to become a teacher, CUPE 593 Scholarship for $500.
Ilieta Taher Sulai.
Sarah Teldeman has been offered a full-ride athletic scholarship to the University of Liège from the Opry Foxette Lacrosse Club for $65,000.
That was rough to pronounce.
Rin Takabayashi.
Jaina Tatla. Jaina is the recipient of the Prof Scholarship from Trinity Western University for $4,000.
Matthew Taylor. Matthew is the recipient of the Robin and Fran Sorrell Fund for $1,600.
Carter Thompson, graduating from French immersion with dual English-French diplomas. Apologies. Emma Tetlock.
That one's yours. Okay. Three in a row. Good grief.
Charlie Thompson, Mission Online graduate, recipient of the Paula Chilmer Memorial Fund for $1,600.
Sebastian Thompson in absentia.
Sade Tom George in absentia.
Jazhan Tour is graduating from French immersion with dual English-French diplomas and is also recipient of the Rock Family Pharmacy Fund for $1,750.
Cindy Tran. Cindy is receiving the Margaret Erskine Bursary Fund for $1,400.
Starting to lose track.
Joshua Tran.
Maria Trepanier.
Zachary Trempagne.
Sagar Trika.
Jude Trottier.
Ethan Trowell in absentia.
Brandon Tweel.
Ariana Unger.
Taisha Vashani is the recipient of the Ellis Family Fund for $2,500 and Davy Sand and Gravel Scholarship for Business for $500.
Henna Velakata.
Kale Christoph Velaverde.
Kuber Vishwakarma. Kuber is a recipient graduating from French immersion with dual English-French diplomas and is the recipient of the Ellis Family Fund for $2,500.
Tanner Vokey is graduating from Mission Online.
Kate Voss, recipient of the William and Edith Heppenstall Bursary for $1,750 and BCC WITT Scholarship for $500.
Camden Walker. Camden is graduating from the French Immersion program with a dual English and French diplomas.
Caitlin Walker.
Xiang Wang.
Fraser Webb.
Emma Weisgerber. Emma is the recipient of a District Equality Scholarship for $1,250, the William and Edith Heppenstall Bursary for $1,750, the Harry Gill Real Estate Scholarship for $500, and the Mission Elks Club Bursary for $500.
Kyle Wersma, recipient of the Vic and Hilda Hollister Fund for $3,000.
Lydia Wilkinson. Lydia is the winner of the Fraser Valley Realtors Charitable Foundation Bursary for $1,000 and a Sawal Suez Scholarship for $1,500.
Ashley Sawaka.
Marin Wilkinson.
Maya Witter. Maya is the recipient of the Finch Memorial Fund for $1,750.
Grayson Young.
Jeremiah Zacharias.
Sarah Zach.
Victoria Zalesnik. Victoria is graduating from French Immersion with dual English-French diplomas, as the recipient of a District Authority Scholarship for $1,250, an E.O. Stevens Memorial Scholarship for $3,500, a Leduc Bursary for $1,500, a UFV Entrance Scholarship for $3,000, a UVic Entrance Scholarship for $3,000, Evan John Jones Memorial Scholarship for $500, Annette Finch Award for Excellence in French Immersion, Catholic Women's League Marion Houghton Bursary for $1,000, Principal Award for Excellence, Taduzik Spetz Memorial Scholarship in Science for $10,000.
Aiden Zutz.
Addison Ham, graduating from Mission Online.
Congratulations to all our graduates. I'd like to invite our Vice Principal, Melanie Kartik, to the podium for some closing remarks.
As we come to the close of today's celebration, I want to take a moment to offer our sincere thanks to our trustees, board representatives, district leaders, and members of our school and wider community. Thank you for being here today and for the continued support you offer our students. Your presence means a great deal. To the families, friends, and loved ones in the crowd, your encouragement, patience, and pride have helped carry these graduates to this moment. Thank you for walking alongside them on this journey. And finally, to our graduates, you've worked hard, you've grown, and you've made it. We are so proud of all you've accomplished and excited for everything that lies ahead. As we prepare for that iconic moment, the announcement of the grad class of 2025 by Mr. Pierce and the tossing of your caps, I have a small but important reminder. Once the caps have flown, graduates will exit the ceremony in reverse order that they entered. Our ushers will help guide you while your grad song plays. Congratulations, class of 2025. You did it!
Thank you, Ms. Kartik.
This brings our evening almost to a close, but before we sign off, we have one more task to accomplish. We can invite Mr. Pierce, hey Mr. Pierce, to the podium as he makes his way here. We'd like to thank all of you for sharing this evening with us. Please remember to take all your belongings with you as you leave the arena. Mr. Pierce, wrap it up.
And now, with great honor, I introduce you to our class of 2025 Mission Senior Secondary. Woo! Are we playing our song or what?
Have a wonderful evening, everyone.